Tina. Hi, Heather. Nice to see everybody today. Today we're going to work on my Thunderhorse Descendant Found Objects challenge. Now, if you've never done a Found Objects challenge, or you don't know what they are, Thunderhorse Descendant, that's thunderhorsedescendant.biz, puts out these little, well, not all the stuff is in here, but this is the bag. I took out the inner wrapping and stuff and flipped it out so it wasn't taking up space. But what we have is hey PK, what we have, you pay $9.30 and then she sends you a bag and you don't have any clue what's in it. Nobody's is the same. They're all different. Well, I shouldn't say exactly different. Some people have the same items, some of the same items, but not everything. So everything is different. Hi, Chris. Hi, Debbie. And hey, Patty. So everything is different and nobody gets the same thing. So you never know what you're going to get till it comes. And then she does this once a month, and then she does a ducky race, which is actually just a random drawing, more or less. It's just that the ducky chooses. And so hi, Tina and Pauline and Sid. Boy, I got a group today. Hey, Kimberly. So she does a ducky race, and she gives you, whoever wins the ducky race gets like $50. Funny, Beth, it's been so long since I talked to you, like about half hour. So what she does is a ducky race, and then whoever wins the ducky race gets about $50 worth of beads, as well as a beading book. And that's right, Beth is our reigning winner from last month. This month's is this coming Tuesday, and you have to have everything in by Sunday evening. So hey, Linda. So I haven't touched mine yet. In fact, it was stuck in one of my boxes with all my bead stuff that I've been sorting out, and I just discovered it again and went, oops, I haven't done anything with this month. I need to get it out. And I need to get it out and do something with it, make something. So I actually have red, white, and blue beads. Hi, Mary. And so actually, after this, I need to find me some small boxes and get stuff ready to go away. We had a members drawing yesterday. For those of you who are not members and would like to be members, we have a members category. Everybody who has a star by their name is a member. And for $4.99 a month, you get to be in the group. I do a live on Thursday afternoons solely for the group. And then when we hit 25 members, we had a drawing for a mug. That was won by Jennifer Hills. And then this other one's, my tablet's not giving my chat. I need to see if I can get that fixed. There we go. So we so then we did a drawing for the hearts that we made on our live, the little silver and blue one, and then the gold one that I've had here for some time. And Sid Emil won the silver and blue one, and Mary McMahon won the gold one. This is our gold. So I need to get those mailed off to everybody in the next few days. And so, and as I told my members, I have ordered some more mugs. If anybody wishes to purchase one, I've ordered like 3 more, and they should be here soon. What's the difference between the blue and the teal colored stars, Heather? The teal colored stars have been with me for over a month. The blue ones are still in their first month. And it'll change again after they've been here a little longer yet. So that's what that is. So exactly, the time is a member. So so I am getting ready to turn down so that we can work on this pair of earrings that I've sort of pretty much designed with my FOC. And then there's some large hole ceramic beads in here that I've been thinking would look really good. I found these in my stash when I was going through stuff, and I used to have a whole bunch of these. I don't know if there's more laying in my stash stuff that I'm yet to find, but Raven Skull, isn't he cool? So I'm going to put him on leather, and some of our beads here are large hole. So I figured I'd put him with the large hole beads that's in my bunch on a leather necklace. So let's turn down and I'll show you what I plan on doing. I'm sorry that you're not doing well, Heather. I hope that pain eases up for you soon. So anyway, let's turn down. We'll get started on the earrings. If we get the earrings done in time, then we'll work on the leather raven skull necklace with the big hole beads that are in here. So I'm going to turn us now. Come on, turn that one. There we go. Lately, I've been doing my turn prior to my turn on the camera, prior to my turn on the, so that I can see where my mat's at when I get it turned down. So we're going to open this up. Bing. And within here, of course, is my other items, the items I got in my kit, which are a pair of kidney wires, which I probably will not use. I might use them for something later, but not right now. I have some white beads, some coin beads. These are the large hole ceramic beads. I'm going to set these over here by the by my spool of leather and my raven skull. And I've got these pieces all in here. These are the pieces we're going to use to make the earrings. So I'm going to just put these other pieces away because we're not going to use those. And we'll drop these out. And I got these fun pieces in my stuff. We got these chandeliers and some little ship's wheels and some red, white, and blue beads. Now, the blue beads are 2 different sizes, but since we need 4 beads, one is going to go on either side, like so. Come here, over here. And then we're going to have a white, a red, and a white above the ship's wheel from this middle piece here. Round. And then we're going to have a white and a red and a blue from this far one over here. Now, because these are pretty good sized beads, the blue ones, anything we put in the middle there would be banging into stuff. I was considering using just a little piece of chain to dangle down, but I don't think I'm going to. What I'm probably going to do is cut these loops off. I think I can. We're going to find out. So I've got my heavy duty cutters here, and I'm just going to cut the middle of the loop on both of these middle loops here, and then I'm going to bend these down. Oh, look, it broke right off. No problem. Do the same with the other side here. Get it off. And then we'll cut them off this one as well. Now, once I get them cut off, I'm going to have to find my file and file these down a little bit. We don't want sharp edges on the edge of these pieces. So we've got my file, and then we'll just I'm thinking these may be pewter because they are filing pretty easily. Can I get that trimmed a little bit more, maybe? I'm not sure. That side I could. So there is our chandelier now, all trimmed down. Yeah, that is the new setup. I've got the new tripod up, and that is the new setup. I do have a lever I have to turn down. Let's see if I can. Right over here, there's a lever. I have to turn it to turn it. And then I have to tighten it back up so it doesn't slide. But at least, unlike the other one, it shouldn't slide now because it has the lever to tighten it up. So that's good. Well, Heather, I hope that fixes your problems in your net legs there. Yeah, they will. Okay, Kimberly, we'll see you later. So what we're going to do is, like I say, that goes over there. And I'm going to do these opposite so that the longer little bead is on the inside of both of them. So we need to get a couple of ear wires for each one and a eye pin for this one. So I have everything else out, but I forgot to get the pins out. I also got some little round ear studs for hanging these on. So couple of eye pins out. We only need 2, one for each earring. And then we need 4 of the, and I need a couple of spacers here too. So let's get these out too while we're at it. Probably don't need that many, but better too many than not enough. And of course we need a couple of jump rings. Actually, I'm going to get 4 jump rings for each one so that I can put these on jump rings when I put them together. This is my new jump ring case. Have fun. And then I have, oh, get out of my way, my pins in this new case. I really love this case. So we'll get some pins out. Got my pins all separated by color, since I don't want that bent one. So I really like this new case. Makes it really handy. Come on, turn the right way. Okay, just a sec. I gotta flip us and turn us back. I didn't know I could get a phone call when I was recording, but obviously I can since it did it. But where did I get those cases? I got them off Temu. So anyway, we got all of our bits and pieces now. So we're gonna I like a spacer at the bottom. Even though these are ball spacers, I think it makes a cute look at the bottom. So whoop. Come back, you. Why do you keep falling off? You must have something in you. I decided to put a double one up above. I may switch the bottom one to a double one too. Or this one. Yeah, I think I will. I like the double look. So that's one side. Huh, this pin is shorter than the other one. That's bizarre. Oh, well, I think it's still long enough. We'll see in a second. Just barely, but I think it is still long enough. And then, of course, we'll put I need more spacers. Come here, you guys. That should be all I need. So then we're going to take, well, that'll for those. What we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and we're going to open him up, put him on our ship's wheel there. I actually debated using the ship's wheel for charms for white. for some hair sticks, but I chose not to. Come on. So it's gonna so. And then, of course, I'm just going to hook the ear stud up here. So let's wrap these up, and then I'll have to put the others together as well. And we'll put them together. I'm going to hook them up with jump rings. I could just hardwire them, but I'm not going to. So. Get my bell making pliers out. Oop, flip them the other way, Rose. You want the small one. That pin feels a little heavier than this one too, so I don't know where it came out of, because it certainly didn't come out of my regular stuff, but that's all right. So we'll wrap these guys up. Oops, no coming loose there. Now, when I put these together, I'm going to make sure that this big one and this smaller one are on opposite sides of the earrings, so that they're, what is it, Lily? Oop. Like I said, much stiffer than the other ones are. So I'm just going to push it around till it's in place. There we go. And do the same with this one. And I didn't pay enough attention to this because it's going to hook the wrong direction. See how this is going this way and this is going straight up and down? It needs to turn so that when I jump ring it, it's going the same it's going the same direction as that loop. So we're going to take hold of either side and just twist it until I get it twisted so they're one's facing forward and one's facing back so that the ship's wheel hangs properly. So now we'll get this last one wrapped up and put it together. I'm actually debating getting a different pin for this one because it is stiff, and I don't think it's going to wrap as nicely. But we'll see. Whoa. Well, that answered that. Come here, you. I need you back. Well, I still might be able to get it. We'll see. Just not throw it on the floor again, please. So now we'll open up our jump rings and we'll hook this one all together. So but if you've never cut loops off of chandelier earring pieces, as you could see, it's not a hard thing to do if you need to do that. It actually is pretty simple, as long as you can get into the spot you need to cut it off of. So, and of course you do want to file it down some so that you don't have a sharp spot on it. And we'll open this last one up and put the ear stud on. Just through here, and then since the ship's wheel is two-sided, it doesn't really matter which way you put this on because it doesn't have a set front and back. So there we go. Our first one is finished. Pretty easy going and simple. So now we'll get the second one put together here. Now remember, when you're doing these, if you want them to be mirror images of each other, since these two beads are different, this one needs to go on this side, this one needs to go on this side. If you don't care if they're mirror images, it doesn't matter, of course, but I do. I like mine to be mirror images of each other. Oops, only wanted one on the bottom. It's two next. Hey, Bridget. Looks like I have a bit of butterfingers this morning. Okay, so this one, see how this is going this way with this one, because we're going to hook it on here, it actually needs to turn and go this direction. Get back over there. I like having, I've cleaned off this one side over here. I need to clean the other side too. Well, it's mostly tools, but they're not always in the neatest order. This one, oh, that's the ship wheel one. I was going to say, why is this one shorter? But it's because it's the ship wheel one and it's the eye pin and it is shorter. Go in there. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I've cleaned this side of my desk off, so I have a lot more space over here on this side. So my tool, I can drop my tools down on that side instead of just over here. So it's sort of nice to be able to do that. And my new tripod, because it's hooked to the side of my desk instead of actually sitting on my desk, also takes up less space that way. So that's also nice. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, these blue beads, they do complement each other nicely, Mary. And frankly, I actually, when I first opened the package up and was looking at it, I thought, oh, I've got 4 of these nice blue striped beads. And then I realized even though they're 4 blue striped beads, they're 2 different sizes of beads. So I was sort of like, well, that's sort of weird. But it still worked out because because they are complement each other so well, I can still use them as 2 different in the earrings, like I've used them here. So now we just need to hook this one together, and our earrings are all done. Oops, I've got these backwards. See, I want this one this way, this one this way. Either that or I'd have to put the ear stud on differently. I think my hubby forgot that I have a live this morning because those last 2 notifications were messages from him. But that's all right. I'll check them after we're done. My desk is pretty large too, and I've got this shelf I put on the front of it to hold stuff that I need, that I want close to me. And then I have some tool racks on this side over here, this side, and which is what my tools are on. I had, like I said, my other tripod had to sit on the desk, so it was over here on the other side over here. And then I had a couple of boxes of things that I wasn't even sure what was. And one of them, when I got into it, was a whole box of Dakota stones, gemstones. So I was like, whoa, I can't believe those have been sitting there for probably a couple of years without my even realizing what they were there. But that's the way it goes. Find stuff when you bother to start cleaning stuff up. So now we just need to put our ear stud on here, and these earrings are finished. And I think they turned out pretty cute. They're pretty nautical, but I like them. As somebody said, they'd make a good 4th of July pair of earrings, and this one doesn't want to come over here, and it's arguing with me a bit. The jump ring. There we go. Sometimes you just have to insist. So there we go. Those are finished. I need to get some ear backs for those. What was under my mat? There's something underneath here. Oh, okay. Some of it's junk and some of it's good stuff. Interesting. Some jump rings and a ball spacer and a couple of head pins. Oh, goodness. And a couple of other spacers. Finding stuff. So fun. So I just have to get the backs for these. Let's see. Oops, there's a gold one in my silvers. Now there's a silver in my gold. Stop. So, got 3. Put the other one back later. So, put the backs on these. One and two. Ta-da! I like them. I think they're cute. Hey, Deborah. The tool holder I have is, well, I'd show it. Let's see if I can get it. I've actually sort of got 2 because I have you ever seen those baskets that the maids use that they put all their cleaning supplies in? They got a handle and then they have a little bin on either side. I've got some of my odds and end tools hanging off of that, and then I've got my hammers and stuff in that. And then I've got, I don't know if I can pick it up. It's pretty heavy because it's full of tools. This is a Beetle-on one, and I really like it. If I can get it out of here. It's just a plastic, like, fold-over thing. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I don't think I'm not sure I can get it out. It's pretty jammed. I've got it pretty jammed in there. But it's just like a triangle, and then with some little feet on either side. And it's heavy-duty plastic, and it's just a fold-over piece of plastic kind of thing, and my tools just sort of straddle it. They will fall off when I get it overly full sometimes if I'm not careful, but I like it a lot. So yeah, it's made by Beetle-on, though I got it from Amazon, I think. I need to get me a second one because I have too many tools on this one, actually. But if I did that, I'm not sure where I'd put it. Thank you, ladies. I can send you something later. Yeah, that might be best. I'll see if I can look it up on Amazon if they still have it, because I needing to get a second one anyway. So let's pull these up and we'll get my raven skull out. Isn't he cool? There's actually some little ones too, so I can make matching earrings if I have similar stuff. See, I got these from Fire Mountain. I'm not sure if they still have them. I got some down in Garibaldi, Oregon from Belladonna Beads that are also little raven skulls, but they have loops up the top instead of holes that go through like that. So those are good for earrings and things, I think, because you don't have to then go through the middle of the skull. But I think somewhere, if I can find them, I have some more of these, some in antique gold as well as the antique silver. So what I'm going to do is, here's the other beads from Randy's, from my Thunderhorse Descendant. And there's, of course, 5. So we're going to just choose 4 that are pretty good. Well, actually, maybe I have an idea for the 5th. Maybe. It might not work, but we'll see. And then I have various spacers here. I figured we'd put this guy here and some spacers in between. Of course, spacers, because, hey, I have to have spacers. And I have some 2mm leather in warm brown. Got this from Sam's Bead Box, or Sam's Bead Shop, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's going to be pretty with these beads. See how they have a nice contrast. Oh, let's see. Come on, baby. So you can focus. Focus. There we go. So then I'm going to put some spacers in between, and the raven will go in here. With a bead on either side. Actually, what do I do with those? We're in one of the kits from Softlex. There was some little black, some small black large hole beads that, of course, I've probably put away somewhere other than right here, because, you know, why would I want to have them right here? But I do have I don't know if these have a big enough hole, but I'll find out here. Not the paper. I was thinking something a little smaller, really close to the raven skull might be better. Will you go on here? Ah, good, you will. Yeah, I think I like that. So I probably will want a few more of those. I don't know yet, Marika. I wish I did, because I think it's gonna give us some problems, to be truthful with you. I think it's gonna really raise our prices. I don't know for sure if the tariffs are gonna raise how much they're gonna raise it, but I'm fairly positive they're gonna raise it some. And then I've also got some other spacer beads. I've got these barrel spacers, as well as, I love this one. So let's see if these will go on here. Ah, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? Not go on. Well, darn it. Well, oh, some of them will. So that's fine. also have some larger ball spacers. We'll see if these will go on as well. Oops. Don't really need that many out. They will too. Good. So what I want to do with this guy is I want to take ball spacer. Well, go on. And then one of these guys. And I may need to cut my leather at an angle so I can get things on easier. Because some of these don't seem to want to go on, whereas others go on with no problem. And if you have that problem, not only can you cut your wire at an angle, you can take your bead reamer and go in these a little bit. Because a lot of times they have little, well, let's see, this one is one that does. I don't know if you can see it because it is small. Oh, that is too bad. You know, the PK, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a big earthquake because we're already having them. You know, stuff. There was the big earthquake the other day in Myanmar, and Kilauea is blowing again, and there's 2 volcanoes in Iceland that have started blowing again. So, you know, see how now that went on. So let's face it, the earth is pissed off at us. So and it's making it known, unfortunately. So I'm going to put these on like this. And then I think I'm going to put one of these little blue ones here in the middle. And I think I need to cut this this leather at an angle just to be safe because it's sort of getting a little bit rough there on the edge. And so I'm going to put 2 of these on one side like this. Then I'm going to put come on, baby. I may need to clean some of these spacers out some more because they're going on, but they're being a little rough while they're at it. There we go. Then I'm going to take this guy and then the other blue, another blue. I'm of course going to have to work these up some because we're not going to leave them right here. And then we're going to put our raven skull on. There we go. See how that looks? I like it. Yeah. So yeah, I have seen a lot of the things going on lately that have been, I think I heard that Mount Etna is actually starting to rumble too. So And there has been some supposition that even the Yellowstone caldera is starting to move some, which is not good for us because, well, you know, we're right in the line of the Yellowstone one here in Montana. And the Yellowstone caldera is so big that nobody's going to escape it anyway. It's just too big. But hopefully those, all the hot springs and stuff will keep it regulated like is normally the case. So, oh, that's not the what I wanted on there yet. We need the little blue one. Forgot that one. And then the other ball spacer. Don't get ahead of yourself, Rose. But yeah, though I know that in Iceland they've had to evacuate a couple of towns because the lava, it's not just coming from a straight volcano, it just came up around along the fault line and it's really going to town from what I understand. So that's not kosher. So ta-da, there we go. I like it. Now we got one extra bead here, but I'm not gonna, and I could put another little blue one, but I'm not going to. I like it just like that. And if you wanted to, you could bring these together like this if you had a bigger bead to put up here. I'm not sure if this would work. It might, but we'll see. I need to decide how long I want to make this. I probably want about 20 inches. I think that's a good length. So yeah, that's true, PK. Very true of us, anyway. Other people, you know, of course, would have a little more time. But if the Yellowstone caldera goes, it's not going to just get us. It's going to get everybody eventually because the ash and things from that would go everywhere. So I'm going to cut this at 20. And then, of course, if the ash goes everywhere, what happens is then it just destroys the atmosphere because you can't grow things when you got ash everywhere. Well, you can later, but not right away. In fact, ash tends to be, volcanic soil is actually pretty darn fertile. It's just that at first it's not. So I'm cutting those off because I'm going to put on, where'd I put them? Oh, I see them. I'm going to put on some leather ends and move this to the center. I don't know, I really like this one. I have to keep it. Though I do admit that when I do the Raven Skull ones, for some reason they go really, really fast when I take them to craft fairs and such. So we still need a little bit more. See, we're got still about a 1/4 inch more to go over here on this side. Now, a lot of times when I'm doing leather, I'll take a crimp cover and put it on the end to hold my beads in place if I want to. I don't think I'm going to do that with this one. I don't really care if they move around too much. I don't think. I do that with bracelets and stuff to keep them in place, but this spacer has a sharp spot on it. Where's my file? I like the raven skull, so I think they're cool looking. Okay, that's better. So there's this. Now we're going to put this little guy away because we don't need it. And I'm going to put some leather crimp ends at the end here and get this crimped down on the end. And we have one bead left of our large hole beads. It's not big enough to go 2 strands through, so there's no sense in trying that. If I wanted to use it, I had considered I could do that. If you wanted to make another necklace with this as your focal bead, you could do little wire wraps and use the other beads that are in the kit. Where did I put them? There was some white beads in there. Actually, there's some blue beads in here too, for that matter, but they don't have large holes. You could do little wire wraps that make little loops, you know, just a loop, like a simple loop, bend it around the edge, put some beads on it, and then bring it back up and connect it. You could do like 3 or 4 of those, and even if you wanted to, put one of these little guys in between your wire pieces so that it would give a little bit of definition to it. So, and I have some of these in black too that I got from Softlex. I have to find those. But anyway, that's another thought of something we could do. What time is it? Oh, we're almost at our hour. Well, I'm going to get the I tend to put these little extra odds and ends spacers I find in this. This is my tack to hold that holds my mat in place. So I'm going to get a couple of these guys out. That one looks like it's a different size. I could be imagining it, but then we'll put these on the ends of these. It is a bigger size. That went on really easily. The last time I tried to put these on, went on. It took a little bit of effort, but that's good. I'm going to put a little bit of super glue inside, just a drop, not too much. You could use it as the end of a necklace extender, though I think it would be a little big. I'm not sure I'd want to do that. Put a little. I have glued myself when I've done these before, so I have to be careful because I'm sometimes a little klutzy with them. So now once you get these in, and I just got some glue on my fingers, what else is new? You take, and there's this little band down the middle, and you take your pliers and you squish. And then you turn it and squish the other way as well. And that holds it pretty darn good. Don't over squish. I have over squished before, and you know what happens? That little band in there snaps. So so you got to be careful of that. So let's give it this one just a touch more glue. So your father-in-law lives in south of Missoula, down near Florence, you said, Patty? I do a Celtic festival down in that area, down in Hamilton. So stop getting glue on your fingers, which is pretty cool. Come on, just a little bit more. I think the glue started to dry, but it's in there enough. So then we'll squish the little bands, turn it, and squish the other little bands the other way. And there we go. Now we got to let these guys dry, and then we can put a big jump ring on one side and a lobster claw on the other one. And then this necklace is finished too. So then we have the necklace, which we used the big hole beads with, had one extras. And then the other, all of these, other than the spacers, all of these parts and the ear studs were from my Found Objects kit. You feel a little unwelcome, Georgina. Why do you feel unwelcome? I've been very productive today. Yeah. I hope you don't feel unwelcome. So, yeah, I don't want anybody to feel unwelcome. Yes, I don't like it when people feel unwelcome at my channel. Oh, yes, Georgina is from Saskatchewan. So she, you know, Georgina, the tariffs aren't your fault. They're not your fault. They're not Canada's fault when it comes right down to brass tacks. It's our own president. So let's not, I don't like political stuff. I mean, I'm highly unpolitical generally, so let's not bother with that if we can help it. Because I don't want anybody to feel unwelcome, and I don't want anybody to think that, you know, we have something against you just because you're Canadian. So no, we don't want anybody to feel unwelcome with us, because I welcome everybody. Well, as long as you're polite and nice and you don't give anybody else any crap. So let's get a jump ring on this. And then we need a lobster claw. Let's see, are these my lobster claws? No, that's my bails. That's my, I could. I was thinking I have. We have some. Yeah, I've gone through Canada quite a few times. There's some gorgeous areas up there. Hey, for sure we know all about that because heck, we are from Montana, and right north of us, right north of Glacier, is Glacier's sister park, Waterton. And I've been up there many, many times. So I'm going to put a magnetic clasp on this baby. And it's an absolutely beautiful park. And heck, if you want to get to part of Glacier, it's actually got to go through Canada. So let's get this magnetic clasp put on our necklace here, and this necklace is going to be finished. So gotta switch my pieces here. I actually have some. I could also put on a Old Faithful, but I think we'll put on the little magnetic clasp. So we need a couple more jump rings. Okie dokie. So there we go. She's all done. Ta-da! So now we have our little necklace and our earrings. And like I say, these whole thing, other than the spacers, of course, my pins and the jump rings and ear studs were all from my Found Objects kit. And the big hole beads that we put on our leather necklace here were from my Found Objects kit. So I think my Found Objects kit gave me a few things that I really like. I'm actually thinking of keeping this necklace. I don't wear a lot of necklaces, but I have one on today, and I really like this. Though, like I said, my Raven Skull stuff, when I take it to my craft shows, they usually sell really, really fast. My nails can't get much longer than this. If I let them get longer than this, my beads go underneath them. I have a devil of a time beading, so they'll get cut if they get much longer. Before I started beading a lot, I could get them like about this long before I ended up breaking one, but can't anymore because I break them when I bead, especially my thumbnails, because I use them so much when I'm doing wire work that I tend to chip a spot in the middle of them. Let's see, my thumbnail is a little, see, it's blunt across here, and that's because I filed it down because, well, there's a little divot in it right now from doing the, what did we make yesterday? Oh, the wire heart. And because I shoved the wires around with my thumbnail. So, am I keeping my balloon sun catcher? I have no secret, to be truthful, with my nails. I don't take care of them. I rarely even put polish or anything on them. Every once in a while, I decide to feel girly and I put polish on, but it's hardly ever because I chip it so fast. I really don't have any tricks to it. My thumbnails are really hard. See how I can't even bend them down? And that's a hereditary thing I get from my dad. His were like that too. In fact, when my dad cut his fingernails and stuff, when he cut his thumbnails, instead of using fingernail clippers, he had to use wire cutters to cut his. So that's really hard. Hey, Pauline, I didn't notice you come in. Am I keeping my balloon sun catcher? I don't know. I'm actually thinking of making a little minor change to it. I'm going to turn up because I don't think we're going to do anything more today. I was debating making this necklace I was talking about with the little wire loops with the white beads on it and the little blue beads between these. And this, I'll probably put a spacer or two in between too. And that will probably be a leather necklace as well. But it's after the hour right now, so I'm not going to do that now. If I do decide to do it, I might do it as a video. We'll see what I decide. But I'm going to turn up. The folks that are not in our group don't know what we're talking about when we talk about our hot air balloon. Oh, Marika, you live in Nova Scotia? I didn't know that. Cool. So, anyway, we're going to turn up. And the people that are not in our group, our members group, have not seen this. So I will lift it off. I've got it hooked to my tripod bar. Here is what we're talking about. This is my hot air balloon. And I've actually been considering shortening the bottom strands down here about 1.5 inches, so that it's more rounded looking when it gets to the basket rather than the big dip down here. But this is my hot air balloon sun catcher that they're talking about. but I haven't priced it. And if I were to price it and put it on, it took me like 4 hours, maybe even closer to 5 hours to make this. We did it on 4 of our members' lives. And so it would probably be it's probably going to be a couple $100 at the minimum. So I am thinking of, like I said, shortening the strands a little bit. I think it would make it balloon out a little better. If I decide to do that, I will do it on a members only video. I won't do it on a live, but I will do it on a members only video. Did I say? Well, obviously I wasn't paying enough attention to things, was I, Pauline? If I said hi to you and I didn't even remember doing so. So anyway, we've made our leather necklace and our earrings with our Thunderhorse Descendants Found Objects challenge bag. And I'll have to put those onto Randy's website. And I really like the raven skull necklace. Really thinking about keeping it. Oh boy. And I'm thinking of making, like I was talking about, making that, bye Heather. I'm going to make a video for tomorrow. I'm debating if I'm going to make the leather necklace I was talking about, or I've got to make something with Randy's PR bag that she sent me. I think we did a quick little design. When I opened this up, because I thought I had some really cool fast design ideas for that. So we'll I'll probably be doing a video here pretty soon for tomorrow, since I do like to have a recorded one on Tuesdays. I mean on Saturdays, duh. And then we'll be back here live on Monday again, since I have started doing 3 lives now, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it was really nice of everybody to come see me today, and I hope to see you all. Bye, Pauline, and bye, Bonnie. And I hope to see everybody on Monday and maybe Tuesday. And then, of course, we'll have recorded videos on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Thursday afternoon is the members live. Like I said, I'm debating taking off about 1 inch or so off the hot air balloon's bottom. And then, but I haven't decided yet. It depends. I told my husband last night, and he said, so are you going to do it? And I said, it would be so much work. I put so much work into it already. I don't know if I want to change it any, but I might. You never can tell. So anyway, we'll see you all next Monday. Hope you all had a good time. We'll see you later. Take care of yourself. Have a nice weekend. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.